Today I'm going to give you some tips on how to make red chili sauce. You know, you can use red chili sauce in a traditional Mexican dishes in various different ways. One of my favorites include enchiladas, chile colorado. You can use it in pozole, menudo, different things that you want to use your chili sauce. Today I'm going to show you a traditional, very simple method in how to make red chili sauce. I'll show you how to make green chili sauce in another video. But today we're going to use this Ristra that I made, and I'll put a link in the description box below on how to make this beautiful Ristra. That's how you dry your green chilies or your red chilies. Most of the time it's a traditional red chili. You let them go red on your plant, and again I'll link a video on how I planted all of these beautiful chili in the garden that I have, and we let them turn red, and then we put them on this beautiful Ristra, and we dried them, so now we're ready to make the traditional red chili sauce. So let's go. So there's nothing like beautiful homegrown chile, and we're going to cut down our Ristra and we're going to make some beautiful red chili sauce. Now, because my chile on my Ristra has been outside drying, there's a lot of dust on it, and so you want to take those chiles off of your Ristra and put them in a colander and drain, kind of wash them off because they have the dust on them from being outside. If you purchase some in a bag, you usually won't have to do that, but again, that's up to you. So we're just going to take these chiles off of the Ristra. We're going to put them in a colander, and again, sometimes they'll just kind of fall off or they'll come off really easily. You don't really have to, because they're already dried, you don't really have to do very much as far as cutting them or anything like that. But you can see here, there's a lot of dust from the outside out there. So we're just going to take those, we're going to put all of these in our colander. We're going to rinse these, and we don't really have to dry them very much because we're going to hydrate them again anyway when we're making our chili sauce. So you can just take those. Now, if you remember what kind of variety of chile you had, you can go ahead and save these seeds. And I'll put a link on how to save seeds in another video that I did before. But traditionally, basically, you're just going to save these seeds. Make sure that you know what variety they are. Unfortunately, all of these are different types of. I have some Anaheims, I have some Big Jim, I have New Mex. So that's one of the problems that I have with this particular batch that I'm going to make. It's a variety of different chile, which is actually pretty good because you don't have just one. So that's one of the things that I would also recommend is putting different varieties in. But for the seed saving aspect, we're not going to really want to do that because we don't know what kind of chile we're going to be getting. And if that's what you want, and that's okay too. So we'll finish that. We'll rinse this out, and then we're going to dry them here on a paper towel, just to kind of let it dry just a little bit, and then I'll show you how we're going to take the seeds out, and then we're going to place those into another container. So now I have my chile in the colander, and we're going to just rinse those off. And as I mentioned, this isn't a necessary step, but you can place them on a paper towel to kind of dry if you'd like, but that's not necessary because we're going to be rehydrating these anyway. But look at these beautiful chile that we got homegrown from the garden. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your chile. It has the green stem on it, and so you're just going to kind of break that off, and then you're going to take the seeds that you have in here. You can either do something like this, or again, you can open it up. They're already dried, so it's a very pretty easy process. And so you're just going to open that up and just toss all the seeds in there. Now, if you see in here, you have the part that looks a little bit lighter red. This part here, this is the vein of the chile. So this is what's going to give you the heat. So if you don't mind the heat, you can just leave those on. If you don't like the heat, then you can also take that off just kind of peel that out and put that in your discard bowl. So you want to just get as many of those seeds as you can out. We're going to be sticking this in a blender anyway, so it's not going to matter if you miss a few here and there. But so we're just going to get all those seeds out of there. Make sure we get them all. And it is recommended that if you are doing this, I am not, but it is recommended that you use gloves, because this chile, depending on what you have, can be very hot, and it can get in your putting the wrong one in the wrong one. It can get hot and it can irritate your skin, so it's not something that you want to mess with. Go ahead and just wear some gloves. But I'm a seasoned veteran here, so again, this is where your heat is going to be at right here. So if you don't want this, just take that off. That'll take a little bit of that heat out of there. But again, depending on the variety, they will be hot regardless of what color they are. So a lot of times people do think that if the red ones, if they turn red, they are hotter, and that's not necessarily true. What the heat index is based on is the variety of pepper that you are planting. So it's not necessarily the color of the chile. So there's a little tip. So see all those seeds in there, just kind of get rid of those. And we'll take a little bit of that vein out of there just to save a little bit of heat, because I don't know what kind of variety. Like I said, I got a mixed variety. I just kind of had all the leftover chile at the end of the year. So we'll finish this up, and then we'll show you the next step. So we have about 10 cups of chili pods. So the next step is to soak your chili pods in water. So you're going to pour warm water to cover just the tops of the chili. So pour enough of that water, however much chili you have and however much water you have, just enough to cover so that they'll soak and kind of rehydrate. So we'll let those soak for about 20 minutes. The chili pods have soaked for 20 minutes now, so we're going to drain and rinse them. Next, you'll return your rinsed chili to a pot and fill that with water, just so enough covers the top. Then you're going to place it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and put a cover on that and let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes, or until your chili pods are soft. We're going to remove half of the liquid from the pot. We'll keep this just in case if we're going to use that for later. Place your cooked chili in a food processor, or you can also use a blender. Mix, mix, mix till that's nice and smooth. Now at this point you can check your chili sauce for consistency, how thick it is, how thick you want it. You can see here that it's a little thick still, and we're going to blend that a little bit more, but you can also add some liquid. You can add that liquid from the cooked chili, or I'm adding here some chicken broth. If you're a vegan option, just add some water also. Now you can see that the consistency is much better, and it's a little bit thinner, so it coats the back of that spoon nicely. Next, we're going to take that and strain it. By straining your sauce, that helps with the consistency and also takes out any of the larger particles from the skin that might be a little bit unpleasant to eat. Look at the consistency and how pretty this looks. Now, we never throw anything away. This is what we strained out. We're going to dehydrate this and make this into some chili powder. So remember, we started with about 10 cups of chili pods, and we ended up with about 5 cups of chili sauce. Well, I'm super excited that I was able to share our family recipe on making red chili sauce with you. So we had about 10 cups of red chili pods, and we were able to make about 36 ounces of red chili sauce from those chili pods. And remember, those chili pods were really grown from my garden in my backyard. If you're interested in learning more about gardening, but also some things that we can do in the kitchen with our garden vegetables, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video, and I'll be able to send out more videos like this to you. So by making this plain red chili sauce, we're able to add our own spices when we're making our individual dishes. So that way it makes it a little bit more versatile. Instead of having a garlicky or cumin type of spice that we already put in our sauce, then we're kind of stuck with that flavor. Now, if you like that flavor and you like to do that, then that's what I would say to continue to do. But we're just making plain good old red chili sauce that we're going to be able to spice up when we're making some different dishes. So I'd be interested in learning how you make your red chili sauce from scratch. Put that in the description or the comments below. I'd love to know how you make yours. So as a bonus, we made some chili powder from that leftover paste, or when we were straining our sauce in that strainer, there was some leftover chili. I dried that. We can either dehydrate it or put it in the oven for a low temperature and just dehydrate it. And then you put it in your grinder, and then you can make some chili powder. So you can use that on your dishes that you make at home also. So if you liked the content today, please press that like button and let us know if there's anything that you are interested in learning in your garden. Until next time, happy gardening.